Good morning, everybody. I'm Reverend Lee Height, and welcome to Scottsdale Center for Spiritual Living in our morning meditation. We're glad to have all of you here, everybody here in the space, and all of you out watching on the live stream. We appreciate you being here. We'll have a short reading this morning, and then some time in meditation, and then we'll welcome all of you back out. So sit back and relax. Take a deep breath. The reading this morning is from Illuminata by Marianne Williamson. It is, in fact, the darkness of the world that calls up the light. Just as a sloppy room makes you wish someone would clean it, and a messy room might even make you contemplate paying someone to clean it, a severely messy room makes you get up and do it yourself, for the mess is impairing your ability to happily live there. There is a desire, then, where before there is a mere unfocused wouldn't it be nice. This is the autonomy, or the anatomy, of a civilization that reinvents itself. We want to do what we have not done. We want to produce not just marvelous machines or marvelous systems, but marvelous people who bring down the light. We are, in this sense, no different than the people of any age. From the trough in the water comes the rising of the wave. We are the wave now rising, and the fact that we have been so low increases the chances that our surge will be filled with awesome power. There is, at this time, a reaching out to the species through deep subterranean caverns of divine action. God calls to us, and our listening grows. He has always called, but we have rarely listened. Now is our yearning reaching critical mass. There are millions of human hands cupped to human ears, listening for the sounds of God. We have heard something beautiful. We want to hear more. And so we take time now to be still and listen, to hear more. We take time now to go deeply, where we can hear the still, quiet voice of Spirit. Slowly, gently with the breath, bringing our attention, our focus, our awareness back here to this space. Another breath, wiggling our fingers and toes and back to our bodies where we're sitting. And another breath, bringing a sense of gratitude for this time we've had to share here this morning. Thank you all for being here. We hope to see you back with us or stay with us here until the top of the hour, the beginning of our gathering and our services this morning. Thank you for joining us. There we go. Good morning. Stand to join us in the opening song this morning.
Come together, heart and soul, as we love together. Young and old, we will sing together, together in one song. Come together, from different worlds we are drawn together. In our own way we can pray together. Together we are strong. I see God in you. You see God in me. One path, one vision, one family. Come together, dreams and hands we will join together to build a place we can grow together. Together we are whole.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
And welcome to Scottsdale Center for Spiritual Living. I am Reverend Lee Height. I'm glad that you are here. And welcome to everybody joining us in our virtual community. Thank you. Oops, I thought I did that. Welcome to anybody here joining us for the first time today. A special welcome to all of you. We're so glad you're here and hope you find us to your liking. If you would like to stay up to date on what is happening here at Scottsdale SCSL, you can sign up to receive our Saturday email, which is filled with community news and inspiration. You can sign up for that on our website or out in the lobby. You can also find us on Facebook, our Facebook page, and watch our live stream on Sundays. And you can also see our live stream on YouTube on Sundays. Those are our Sunday services are rebroadcast on Wednesday evening, and you can catch them there as well. So check out our Facebook page. You can find us on Instagram also. Lots going on there each and every day. We have a vibrant spiritual community here at Scottsdale CSL, and we're growing and happy to meet new friends each week and look forward to experiencing spirit with each of you. And sharing our mission, vision, and purpose for being is part of what we do. So if you would join me in doing that and speaking that into our service right now. Our mission is to provide spiritual tools for personal and community transformation. Our vision is a world that works for everyone. Our purpose is to awaken to our spiritual magnificence. And so it is. Now's the time for our sharing of gratitude. And gratitude sweetens even the smallest moments. So if anybody would like to share your gratitude this morning, anybody at all?
Good morning.
Good morning.
I am super grateful for this community. Something really wonderful that happened for me this week is that my landscapers came and finished my backyard. So I don't know if most of you know, but I had a koi pond in my yard for about 16 years. It ended. It was sad. And I had to rehome my fish and let my pond go, and I had a big pit in my backyard. It was so sad. But the guys came on Friday and everything's filled in, and I've got new hardscape or semi hardscape and some new plants and pots, and it's awesome.
Yay, yay, bravo.
Good morning. I want to thank everybody in the community as well. This is a very loving, supportive community. I also want to thank my lovely wife, supportive, very patient, and just my number one fan. Um, Grateful that our neighbor's water heater broke, and oh yeah, kind of messed up my garage ceiling pretty well, but not a lot of personal property damage. And we cut it in time, shut the water off, and repairs are on the way. And I got a new opportunity that I'm seriously looking into, and I'm just learning how to capitalize on that cash flow wise, sooner than later.
Right, bravo. Anybody else? Yep.
And good morning. I had the pleasure of being with my two little boys yesterday in a picnic at the JW Marriott. They moved to Utah a year ago, and I just miss these little guys. Anyhow, we just had a wonderful time out on the lawn, having a picnic, throwing the football, and I just love those guys. So that's my little small moments.
Yay. All right. Anybody else? All right then. Let's shift gears and join me in our meditation time, in our invocation. So here we go. New candle. And I'm grateful for the new candle this morning brought in by Reverend Jill. All right, here we go. We turn within this morning, finding our way to a still and quiet space. With the breath centering and grounding. And we begin by recognizing that there is only one power and presence, one infinite life and truth and love that is God. An image of peace and love and joy and present within us and through us and around us in each and every moment. Here and now, we breathe it in. We sense it. We feel it. And we know that it is indeed the source and substance of our being. And as we join together in this time, in this moment, we are grateful. We are awake. We are aware, and we recognize that this one surrounds us, guides us, directs us, moves through us, as us, right here and right now. Every word we think, every word we speak, every thought we think is for not only our good, but the good of all those around us. So as we gather together here this morning, we know this truth. For ourselves, for our spiritual community here at the Scottsdale Center for Spiritual Living, for the community we live in and that we serve, truly the state, this country, this world, each and every one of us, a point of light within the mind of God. So we gather together in gratitude for this time we share, in gratitude for the wonderful message that Reverend Jill has for us this morning. We know that it already does inspire us and lift us up to see very clearly the truth of who and what we are. So for each of us and all those engaged in their spiritual practice, no matter where they are in this world, we know that each and every one is blessed and is a blessing to life itself. So with gratitude, we go forward knowing that life is good and very good as each and every one of us. And so we let it be, and so it is.
You are there. You are a blessing. 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 You are blessed. 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 You are a blessing. You are a blessing. You are a blessing.
All right, a few announcements this morning. We're once again holding our Grateful Gatherings fundraisers this year for 2025. Anybody can host an event. The hosts provide a theme, the minimum bid amount per person, total number of people who can attend, date, location, and the food, beverage, or entertainment. The creative ideas for hosting an event are virtually unlimited as long as it includes some type of food, beverage, or entertainment. Your imagination is your only limitation. Sign up to host your event at the front table. All proceeds benefit Scottsdale CSL. So if you'd like to brainstorm some ideas, I'm sure Valerie would be happy to help you with that as well. All right. Get your tickets today. Get your tickets today. Yes, on April 20th, we are hosting our 10th anniversary garden party celebration. Join us for a catered luncheon complete with your pasta entree, salad, desserts, and a beverage bar. Throughout the meal, Jennifer Sheets will provide a selection of live music, and we've rented tables. Banquet chairs and linens for each table will have its own pop-up tent for a cool and comfortable celebration experience. Tickets are $50 in advance, and additional donations are also accepted. If you'd like to help, sign up in the lobby to volunteer, or just come see me. I'll be coordinating volunteers for the event, and we are looking forward to lots of help for that. So we will need help Friday, Sunday, and Monday to assist with picking up, setting up, and returning the tables and chairs for the event. If you'd like to assist, sign up today. May 17th, Controlled Insanity by Joe Hammer and the Outcasters, improv comedy troupe. An alfresco dinner in the courtyard of savory soups and refreshing salads, followed by the show. Tickets for that are $30, and this always sells out. This coming Wednesday, Visioning with Reverend Jill at 6 p.m. on Zoom. All are welcome. Please email her at reverendjill@scottsdalecsl.org to sign up and get the login credentials. Everybody is welcome for that as well. After the message this morning, Reverend Jill will open the mic for your questions or comments about today's topics. We have a basket of pens and scratch paper available at the front table if you'd like to take notes during the service. We love music here at Scottsdale Center for Spiritual Living, and today we have Music, Travel, Love with I Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For.
Do you ever feel that way? Like you still haven't found what you're looking for? What is our soul's purpose for being here at this particular time in world history? Have you found what you're looking for, what you've come for? Am I the only one that ponders that sort of thing? Nope. Okay, good. Well, I hope not, because that's what we're talking about today, is living with purpose. And if you've been with us all month, you know that we are exploring the book by John DeMartini called The Values Factor and looking at all of the various ways that he talks about our values and things we can do to live our lives according to those. And as I've thought about how to wrap up this series, it's our fifth Sunday talking about it, I decided that there are actually 4 key elements in this book. This is my humble opinion. We'll check in with Lee afterwards. But I came up with 4 key points in the book. The first is to understand what our values are. Now, that was the first Sunday. If you were with us, we ended up with a worksheet at the end of the service to run through those values. And we discovered that they are not the social idealisms that we typically associate with values. Integrity, truth, honesty, things like that. Those are excellent ways of being, ways to live, where we get along much better as a society when we treat each other that way. However, those things aren't the things that get us out of bed in the morning, right? Typically. Our values are the things that get us out of bed and motivate us to go do and be in the world. Our values drive us to do what we do and to avoid what we don't want to do. Have you ever noticed there's certain things in your life you just don't want to do and you procrastinate and you procrastinate and you procrastinate? Yeah, we all have those things, right? The next item is our life's mission statement. Having that mission statement for our own life. We read our mission statement here every week for this center and what we're about in the world. Do you have one for yourself, for your life? Why are you here? What is your mission? We referenced the book by Lori Beth Jones called The Path. We did a book study on that a couple of years ago, maybe. And in it, she says a good mission statement only has 3 elements to it. Just 3 elements. So anybody can do this. The first one is it's 1 sentence. Simple enough. The second one is it's easily understood by a 12-year-old. Simple, right? Just a simple statement. And the third is you can recite it by memory even under duress, which means it's inherent and part of you. You've just got it. It's not something you have to remember, memorize. It's who you are, and you can restate that. Now, the third thing is DeMartini's method of linking our values to the things that we need to do that are not our core values. Those things we procrastinate on that we were talking about? Yeah. The story that comes to mind is about a spiritual practitioner. This is from his book. And this spiritual practitioner, not in our organization, but in out in the world, loved what he was doing. He loved learning and he loved discovering. And he had a business and he was successful in it. Not hugely successful, but successful in it. And he continued to reinvest his profits in study, books, workshops, seminars, retreats, rather than investing more money into his family. Mama didn't like that value very much because she had children, and she said, those profits need to come to the family so the kids can go to better schools, we can get them into college, provide a better lifestyle. So they were at a bit of an impasse on their values being matched. So they met with John, and John got them to link his value of study and expertise in his field to her value of greater income. For when he became an expert in his field, his income and his wealth would raise. And then he could share more of that with the family. So they were able to link those values together so that she could support him and he could grow and become the expert. And then they prospered together in the future as he became, in fact, the expert in that field. So that's one of the ways that we can link values in relationship, not just within our own things we don't like to do, but if we're in relationship and we haven't linked up values, we can be at cross purposes or we can find that path. As I said, values drive us to do what we do and to avoid what we don't want to do. And this process of linking helps us to function in a more balanced way. When we only do what we want to do and what we value, a lot of things in our life kind of fall by the wayside. Like in his situation, he didn't value the money for the family, he valued the money for himself. And so there was a disconnect. Are any of those in your life? Somewhere where you've got a value of this and this falls by the wayside. John advises us, link whatever you see as being in the way to being on the way. Then chunk down your necessary action steps into more manageable bites. We've all heard the analogy of, how do you eat an elephant? And it's true. I have a tendency, I don't know if you do, I have a tendency to look at problem situations, opportunities as this big, rather than bringing it down to what one thing can I do today towards that? Because when I look at it this big, I can get overwhelmed and just do nothing, right? Anybody else? So when we can, what does he call it? Chunk it down to the necessary action steps, we can make the whole process more manageable for ourselves. Now, we have reviewed all of that prior. If you've been with us, you've heard. If not, you can go back and watch them on our website. Fourth key point that I want to explore today is obstacles. Obstacles. What is or seems to be getting in the way of you achieving your dreams? In the book, he talks about 7 fears, common fears that usually come up. So let's run through those real quick. The first one is a spiritual authority or rule that you may be violating by pursuing your dreams. Maybe it's a law. Maybe it's something you were taught as a child that's very deep, that still is there holding us back. Maybe we think we're not smart enough. I couldn't possibly do that. No, I'm not smart enough to do that. I don't know enough about it, and I don't want to learn. Maybe it is a fear of failure. Many of us have that fear that if I try that and I fail, I can't deal with the failure. Sometimes that can be hidden. The fear of success can be hidden within that we're in fact fearful of being successful. And what changes life when we become successful? Perhaps it's losing or not making money in this deal, and I don't make any money. That's not good. I'm going to lose my money. Or if I invest all this time and then I still don't make any money. So we get caught up in that fear. Maybe it's losing the respect of loved ones. Maybe it's rejection, friends and family, from pursuing your dream. Or maybe it's not having the vitality to do what needs to be done or what we perceive needs to be done. We don't have the looks, the body, or the stamina to achieve this mission that we've set for ourselves. I'm too old, I'm too young, whatever excuses it bounces around in our head when we think about pursuing something. What is that bounces around in our head? Nearly 2,000 years ago, there was a gentleman by the name of Marcus Aurelius. Anybody heard of him? Yeah, kind of a cool guy and a philosopher. He said the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Said another way, the obstacle is the way. You may have heard that. The obstacle is the way. I first heard this several years ago, and at the time I thought, that doesn't make any sense at all. How can the problem be the way? It's in the way. I've got to solve it, dissolve it, move through it, move around it, move it, do something, right? It's a problem. But as I've used that analogy to address problems and situations in my life, I've come to realize the truth of it. And whatever the obstacle, the way through it is contained within it. So let's look at some stories. The first one is Thomas Edison. Heard of him? Little inventor, lived a long time ago. One night, 1914, his entire research facility and factory burned. Big fire. It burned years of work and millions of dollars of equipment back in the early 1900s. Rather than seeing the fire as a devastating loss, he saw it as a chance for a fresh start. He reportedly said at the time, "Disaster is a blessing. All our mistakes are burned up. Thank God we can start anew." Within weeks, Edison secured funding, rebuilt his facility, and went on to create even greater innovations. He used that obstacle of the fire as a way to start fresh, as a way to wash the blackboard, so to speak, to clear the slate, and to start fresh and new with something new. He's got to create again. He was a great inventor. He shifted his mindset about the problem. Now, I want to contrast that with my ex-husband. When I first met him in 1982, really first met him, very, very soon after I met him, on a Sunday afternoon in Dallas, Texas, there was a 5-alarm fire at his manufacturing and research facility. Everything gone, the inventory, the business, everything. Rather than take the Edison approach, he blamed his partner, he blamed the insurance company, and to my knowledge, he never rebuilt another facility. Different mindset. Different mindset. The obstacle was just that. It was an obstacle. And it became a story. It became a story. One more story. You're probably familiar with Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey in her career as a young news anchor in Baltimore. She was demoted from her role as co-anchor because the producers of the news said, "You're too emotional, you're too empathetic, you like stories, you're just not cut out for hard news." Rather than letting this break her, she embraced her storytelling and her empathetic nature, and she interviewed for a talk show, and she got it. And the rest is kind of history, as they say. She went into, that was her first show, by the way. She became a media mogul by embracing that, by not allowing that perceived obstacle that she was told that she was no good at, which her chosen field was, which was news. Imagine if she'd have become a newscaster. Just a newscaster, right? We've never heard of her. She's up in Baltimore at some station up there just broadcasting the hard news. But look what she's done in the world. She embraced her true calling through not allowing this demotion to bring her down and defeat her. So those are examples of the obstacle being the way to move us forward. I would guess most of us have experienced some setbacks in our lives, some obstacles. What have you done with them, and how have you grown through them? The one that came to mind for me as I was writing this was what happened in my early 20s. I was working as a secretary receptionist in an electrical contracting company. I got fired. I didn't like that job, and I wasn't any good at it. But it was still shocking to get fired from a job. It's the first time I'd ever been fired. But what that did for me, like Edison, thank God I can start anew, it launched me into a career in jewelry, where I stayed for 10 years. I was very successful there. It was the first time I was introduced to positive life motivational principles. And so my life completely rolled over, turned over at that point. That was the starting point. Had I stayed in that square peg and a round hole thing for me for receptionist secretary and pursued that as career, my life would be completely different. But because of that firing, I was able to start fresh in something new, which then led to that retail career, led to my now nearly 40 years of real estate career. So that's how we can find our way through the obstacles that come before us, rather than allowing it to become just the story of our life. What setbacks and obstacles have you experienced in your life, and what have you done? Have they been doorways to your good? Have they been doorways to your good? Have they become prison walls of limitation? Do you look for silver linings? Do you see obstacles and problems as opportunities? Or do you simply complain and blame others for your bad luck? Those are choices, aren't they? Those are choices we each get to make whenever we're faced with a problem, a challenge, an obstacle. How am I going to deal with this? Am I an Edison? Or am I the other? Ernest Holmes, the author of The Science of Mind, he says, we should know that even in the obstruction which confronts us, at the very center of it, there is a power that can resolve all obstacles, solve all problems, and meet every emergency. It becomes a question of whether our faith is greater than the obstruction. How strong is your faith? How strong is your faith in you, your abilities, the support of the universe in which you live? How strong is your faith? We are each born into this world with a very unique soul purpose. I have the best seat in the house up here because I can look out and I can see each one of you as individuals and as the wholeness and the oneness that you are. And I know in seeing you as individuals, the individuality of the God expression that you are, and that you've come here with your unique soul's purpose for being here, for expressing spirit in your unique way. And that's the coolest thing. Come up here some Sunday and just peek and look. Kind of cool. Along the path to fulfilling our purpose, we encounter obstacles, both internal and external. Most are internal, aren't they? I mean, we perceive some of them as external, like a fire. But most of them are internal. It's the stuff we do up here. The key to navigating our roadblocks lies in aligning our goals and our highest values. And that's what we've been talking about all month. And that's the keynote of the book that we studied, The Values Factor. When we live in harmony with what matters to us, we activate the divine alchemy within us. There is a divine alchemy. It turns even the toughest obstacles into stepping stones of our greater expression, of our authentic selves and our soul's purpose. Your soul's purpose is already within you. You came here with it. You came here with it. And it's just waiting for you to embrace it and give it expression. Let your values be your guide, and even The most difficult paths will become a sacred journey leading you back to yourself. So if you want to learn more about this, you can sign up for Mindful Monday. We send out a newsletter every Monday morning with all of this information in it and the principles that we're going to talk about right now. You can sign up with a QR code or send us an email or in the lobby. All right, your practices. Just a short process this week I'm going to invite you to step into. I call it Accept, Surrender, and Transform. We start with 5 to 10 minutes of quiet meditation and focus on any challenge or obstacle that you may be experiencing. Without resisting it, just focus on, okay, here you are. Observe it without any judgment and ask and notice what emotions come up when I think about this challenge. What emotions are coming up? Is it fear? Is it disappointment? Is it anger? Is it resistance? Judgment? What is coming up? Next is acceptance. Say, I accept this moment as it is. I trust that within this obstacle there is wisdom for me. That's a perspective shift, isn't it? There's wisdom for me. Number 3 is surrender. Visualize the obstacle as a flowing river and surrender to the flow and move with it, trusting the process. This is allowing us to surrender to that which is greater than we are, which is the flow of universal energy, the flow of life that is constantly through us as us. And when we can relax and get to that place and just allow ourselves to surrender into that, we can begin to trust the process in which we live. For transformation, ask, if this obstacle is a teacher, what is it guiding me to do next? What is it guiding me to do next? Sometimes asking questions of the obstacles, the pain in our bodies, asking those questions, what are you here to show me? Show me in a way that I can more clearly understand. And finally is gratitude. Becoming grateful for that which we perceive to be an obstacle, because it is in fact the way. Becoming grateful for the obstacle. I trust that all things are working for my highest good. That's a faith builder, isn't it? We talk about the importance of faith. Do you trust that all things are working for your highest good? You can use this simple 5-step practice for any challenge, problems, or obstacles that you face, and discover how they are opportunities and stepping stones to your soul's journey of awakening. And now it's your turn. Questions, thoughts about values, mission statement, linking, obstacles, or anything else we've talked about this month about the values factor? Anybody? Nada. All right. Let's pray. Let us pray. So I invite you to bring your awareness fully present in this moment. Take a breath. Oh, and in that breath we recognize God. It is that simple and that complex. It is all that there is. It is the power and the presence that is in, through, and as all of life. It is universal energy. It is spirit. It is source, God. It doesn't really matter what we call it. We just know that it's all. And that all of it is here now present, in, through, and as each one of us. In, through, and as this room, permeating all that is. There is no place that God is not. It is that infinite, that it can be here and around the world and out in the universe, taking care of everything at the same time. It's that big. Infinite in its nature, infinite in its love and its wisdom. in this moment, we remember our unity there. That we are one in that infinite presence and in that infinite source. We are one in God. A manifestation of it, of the same source that the stars are. Whole, perfect, and complete in this manifestation right here and right now. No matter what. And so knowing that, I speak my word for and about each one of us, knowing, claiming, and accepting completely that we are whole, perfect, and complete in this manifestation. I know that each of us has come here for a divine purpose. And that whether or not we know that in this moment, our soul knows it. And our soul continues to give us hints through desire and curiosities and through the obstacles. For we know that's how we grow and how we expand and how we become more aware of that soul's calling, that whisper. And how blessed we are to be here now in this specific time and space, not 1,000 years ago, but right here now, together in this community, connected in the one and in this, the wholeness that we are. I'm just so blessed. And I'm grateful for each and every one of us as blessings in this world, in this community, and as we take this love and joy out into our worlds and the people that we associate with and the expressions that we are. Each of us is a gift. And I'm grateful for that. I know for anyone that has anything on their heart today as they lift it into this prayer, that we as community surround them with our loving consciousness, and that we know that the divine power and action of the law works through their lives, bringing forward into manifestation this prayer for whatever it is. And we receive and accept it with gratitude. As I receive and accept this prayer in gratitude and thanksgiving and release it into the action of law, knowing that it's already done, it's already so. And we affirm that together by saying, and so it is.
All right. Thank you, Reverend Jill. Bravo. Now it's time for our grateful giving. It's our time in our service where we engage in our spiritual practice of giving, where we affirm and circulate our financial abundance and support the mission, vision, and purpose of sharing the truth of affirmative spirituality with our community. Ernest Holmes writes, "I know that my good is increased and multiplied as it is scattered. I am both an inlet and an outlet for the passage of divine love, life, and power. Wherever I go, then I shall impart the divine blessing which I have received." So I invite everybody here in the space and everybody online to join us in the sacred practice this morning. We have many ways to give. First, the donation basket, which we'll be passing around here in just a little bit. We have a QR code you can use for your credit card. Our Zelle address, donations@scottsdalecsl.org. While you are on the website, you can become a financial steward and set up your giving as a weekly event. And when you do that, you can pick up the tithe ticket and when you come into the space and drop that in the basket as it comes around. We also have Money Finders, which is our way of acknowledging and we have a green envelope this week. Yay. It's a way of acknowledging serendipitous or unexpected income. Income just shows up. Somebody buys you lunch. You find money on the ground. You find money in the laundry, which has happened for me. Found $100 in the laundry one time. Yeah, it was mine, but I'd forgotten about it. So it was like brand new. So yeah, I tithed on that one time. I did. So you can do that. You can grab a green envelope on your way out and keep it with you. And when that unexpected income shows up, you write it down on the back, and 10% goes in here. Anyway, It's a great way to just focus on money just showing up. It's fun, and it's fun. Is it fun? It's fun. Um, if you have a cash donation today, you can drop it in the envelope and put your information on it, so we can include you in the mailing that goes out at the end of the year. That's it. Yay. So, however you choose to give, know that we are appreciative and that we are grateful for you gracing us with the gifts that you have to share with us each and every week. So if you would hold the gift over your heart, if you're comfortable with that, and join me in the affirmation. I'm an open channel through which prosperity flows. I accept the divine flow of goodness, ideas, and substance through me now. I'm grateful for my full and prosperous life, and so it is.
Gratitude for me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, 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 I'm so grateful. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, 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 I'm so grateful.
And we are so very, very grateful this morning for all the gifts that have been shared with us here this morning. We receive them in gratitude, knowing that they are indeed pressed down, shaken together, and running over in an ever-expanding cycle of abundance, prosperity, health, wholeness, our infinite and ever-present good in all ways. And so we let it be, and so it is. All right. If you'd like prayer today, I will be your practitioner. After the service, I'll be available to share in prayer time with you, or you can leave a written request in the prayer box in the lobby or on our website 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Remember, you can stop by the front desk to buy a ticket or make a donation towards our 10th anniversary garden party. Only 2 more weeks to get your tickets. Sign up also for Visioning with Reverend Jill on Wednesday, April 2nd. That needs to be by what time? Tuesday? 5 on Tuesday. All right. So the Visioning will be 6 p.m. on April 2nd. Please, let's see. Next week, we'll begin our April series, A Spring Awakening, with Reverend Jill's message, Springtime of the Soul. We'll gather at 10 p.m. for the message, 9:30 for meditation, streaming live on YouTube and Facebook. Plus, there's a Wednesday night rebroadcast in both those places as well at 7 p.m. Please stand for our closing affirmation and song. All right, here we go. I live in peace and share my joy. I am empowered by spiritual truth. Today I live with purpose, and so it is.
a stand for peace, let there be love. I am a stand for love, let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. We are making a new world now. We are making a new world now.